Is that how they do that? New York City's Empire State Building was built with 10 million bricks. A coffin was once designed to look like a lobster. Why? Peanut butter can be converted into a diamond. What? What? I would like to see a peanut butter diamond, you know? Like, what does that look like? If you could travel the speed of light, you would never get older. I got questions. Okay. That's like making my brain explode right now. Like what? Alright. Belly button lint. Belly button lint is made of clothing fibers, hair, and dead skin cells. We didn't need to know that. Gross. Okay, the oldest continuously standing tree on Earth is nearly 5,000 years old, about the same age as the pyramids of Egypt. A woman hand-delivered a pizza from London, England to Melbourne, Australia, a distance of about 10,350 miles. I have more questions, like, what? What does that mean, hand-delivered a pizza? Was this pizza ordered and they're like, look, I am in Australia, but your pizza in England, it's the best I've ever had, so I'll pay you to bring it to me. Is that the situation? Or was there a lady, like, at the England airport, she got a pizza at the airport and she was taking a flight to Melbourne, Australia, and she got on the plane intending to eat her pizza and then forgot, fell asleep, woke up and was like, whoa, pizza. I have questions. Okay. Your fingernails take 6 months to grow from base to tip. Gross. An 11-year-old girl named the dwarf planet Pluto. Okay. Messages from your brain travel along your nerves at up to 268 miles an hour. It's like, how do they know this? How do they measure it? How do they know? A sneeze travels 100 miles an hour. There's the plane. I wonder if somebody is delivering a pizza from London to Houston. Oh no, we're skipping that one. I'll just hold it up. Maybe you can read that yourself. I don't know what it says. I just saw the first word was Voldemort. That is my name for that. I don't want nothing to do with it. We're moving on. The first bubblegum made in 1906 was called Blubber. Okay. About 10,000 of the cells in your body could fit on the head of a pin. 10,000 cells. What? That's crazy. Okay, applesauce was the first food eaten in space by an American astronaut. That's a pretty good first meal. I absolutely love applesauce. Love it. Phasmophonia is the fear of ghosts. Okay. A blue whale. Sorry, my eye is like shaking. A blue whale's heart weighs up to 2,000 pounds. Yikes. Look at this picture. Gross. Slugs. Slugs have 3,000 teeth. Where are their teeth? Okay. And 4 noses. What? A lock of Elvis Presley's hair sold for $115,120. Okay, first of all, why was that auctioned off? Okay. Second of all, who bought it and why? Like, it's hair. I hate hair. I don't care if it's from Elvis's head. Like, no thanks. Some cars can run on used French fry oil. Yeah. Hot dogs can last more than 20 years in landfills. I have questions, okay? If they can last more than 20 years in a landfill, first of all, what the heck is in a hot dog? Second of all, why do hot dogs have expiration dates on them? If they can last in a landfill for 20 years, does it get, like, because when food expires, like, doesn't it get moldy and stuff? And does that mean that hot dogs don't get moldy? How do they know this? How do they know? Okay, the eastern spotted skunk does a handstand before it sprays. Okay. About 1,000,000 Earths can fit inside the sun. The brightest light on a hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. smell good? Do they smell bad? What do you mean they can smell each other from miles away? Alligators can live to be 80 years old. Bats are the only mammals that fly. Some snails can sleep for 3 years. A large python can swallow a goat whole. Yikes. Some frogs can glide up to 50 feet through the air. Oh, there's a bunch. This print is a lot smaller, so I'm just gonna skip that page. Horses run on their toes. Okay. Dragonflies can see in all directions at once. Man, to me that would be super confusing to see everything all at once, you know? Bolts of lightning can shoot out of an erupting volcano. How does that work? What? There are 48 different shades of red Crayola crayons. And then it has some of them here. It says brick red, magenta red, violet, red violet, wild strawberry. The clock on the $100 bill says 10:30. That's so weird. Like, what? Wedding gowns have been made out of toilet paper. What? Okay. Some fish can walk on land. You can see a 1,700-pound chocolate mousse named Lenny in Maine, USA. Like chocolate the candy or chocolate color, like still what? Okay, scuba divers send postcards from a mailbox off the coast of Japan that's nearly 33 feet underwater. Okay, so does that mean that there is a scuba diving mailman that has to go under the water to collect the mail and to deliver mail? Like, what? Okay, the largest pumpkin pie weighed 3,699 pounds. Yikes. Salamanders regrow their tails, legs, and even parts of their eye. I don't like that. A tiger's skin is striped like its fur. Abracadabra used to be written in a triangle shape to keep away evil spirits. What? What? Okay. A slinky can stretch from a 6th floor window to the ground. Wow. Some ants make themselves explode when attacked. Why don't I ever see that on National Geographic? I would love to see that. Chameleons change color in as few as 20 seconds. A battery can be made out of a potato. Like, how does that work? I have seen that, but it's like, how does that work? Science. Ugh. Okay, jellyfish sting even when dead. Yikes. Your eyes move about 80 times a second. What? Your eyes move about 80 times a second. I don't understand. What? A lobster's teeth are in its stomach. Alright. A dolphin can learn to recognize itself in the mirror. Dolphins are so smart. It's like they're people, you know. You can see autumn leaves from space. That's kind of cool. There is a heart-shaped coral reef in Australia. That's cool. At least 124 rocks from Mars have landed on Earth. Like, how do they know these rocks are from Mars? What do you mean they've landed on Earth? Questions. A sloth would take a month to travel a single mile. I love sloths. I just want to give one just the best hug, you know. A US dollar bill can be folded in the same spot about 4,000 times before it tears. Chicks can watch those dinosaur documentaries, it's like, how do they know what the skin looked like, or like if it was scaly or it had feathers and stuff, you know what I mean? How do they know? Because all you have are bones, you know what I mean? So, science, bruh. Okay, vision uses 1/3 of all your brain power. Maybe that's why I have vision issues and stuff, because my brain is all kinds of messed up trying to do all the other things. Red rain has fallen in parts of Europe and Asia. What? Why is it red? Crickets detect sound through their knees. Okay. Let's see. There are 31,556,926 seconds in a year. That's a lot. Elephants sometimes make purr-like sounds when content. I absolutely love elephants. I want to hug an elephant too. The Milky Way is made up of at least 100 billion stars. I have a question. Okay. Because we just heard that there's about 31,566,000 whatever seconds in a year, right? 31 million. So, how do they know that there is 100 billion stars? Let's say someone is wanting to count them, right? So, if they counted one star a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, okay, it would take 1 year just to count 31 million. So I'm sure someone's not going 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? But it's like, what are they? You don't know how big. Science is crazy, like space and stuff. It's just crazy to me, because to me it's still all just like they're guessing. You know what I mean? Because like 100 billion stars in the Milky Way, at least. How do they do that? I don't get it. Okay, some sand dunes bark. What? You use 72 different muscles every time you talk. Wow. Your body contains about 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Strawberries have more vitamin C than oranges. What? Ew, gross. Okay, the average adult's skin weighs about 11 pounds. Death Valley, California, USA is the hottest place in North America. Your hair grows faster in warm weather. I figured it would grow faster in cold weather because, like, your body's trying to keep itself warm, right? So wouldn't it, like, try and grow hair faster? But I guess not. A coyote can hear a mouse moving under a foot of snow. What? Sharks have 8 senses.